TD Jakes. Yachiro Bibi man and Ojina puppet so no kind. I don't blame him that much. Now, the issue is if you're a man of God, now say you're a legitimate man of God, and you know that God speaks through you. Before somebody comes to lie to you, you should even know. TDJ or TJ Maxx was a TJ, TD Jakes. Onya, he is not an illiterate man. TD Jakes can read. He researches. And son of a Johnny Penim, the sermon, and that's what I can't Mr. Jakes. Mr. Jakes. He is not an ignorant man. He knows everything. In fact, I think he has been to Ghana before. He knows more about African politics. He is an African American. He reads more. He listens to the news. But why do you think a man like this, who says he's a man of God, will stand on his platform and lie? I am so disappointed in this TJ Maxx or Mr. Jakes. Very, very disappointed. Now, I know majority of you people have heard this or seen this video. TJ Maxx or TJ.
For some time, watch with amazement the president of the Republic of Ghana and the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo, will speak at our International Leadership Summit this month. And in case you're not up to speed on how things are going in Africa, Ghana is one of Africa's wealthiest countries. He has completely turned it around. It is the largest producer of gold on the continent and the world's second largest producer of cocoa. Under President Akufo-Addo's leadership, Ghana has emerged as a booming tech center. Even welcoming Twitter is moving to Ghana. Africa's corporate headquarters of Twitter is going to be there. President Akufo-Addo is also working to transform Ghana into key travel destinations, particularly for Americans, but particularly for African Americans and the African diaspora, and aggressively promoting investment in the country. Over the last couple of years, Ghana's government has set aside 500 acres of land for foreigners looking to resettle there. Now, that has particular, let me explain to all of you, to African Americans, non-African Americans, Ghana's move to embrace African Americans has particular significance because some of the largest ports of slavery was from Ghana. And so the return back home and some of the amenities that he's extending is a step toward healing and restoration. Imagine the prodigal son coming back home and the father running to meet him and welcoming him back home. It has tremendous significance, and he's done some amazing things in that regard. Over the last couple of years, Ghana's government has set aside 500 acres of land for foreign investment to resettle there. There's some...
But I need to say it in English so that we can cut that piece and send to the TD Jakes. You know, it's quite embarrassing when a so-called man of God like yourself, Mr. Jakes, you are an educated preacher. You call yourself a man of God who sees things. And I expect that you have a team that does a lot of research before you say anything you say on your platform, which is listened to worldwide. You cannot tell me that this piece of paper was handed over to you and you ignorantly just read whatever is on it to misinform people watching you. You are known worldwide. People believe that you are an honest man of God. They believe you are honest because you do your research. Every single thing that comes out of your mouth should be the truth. But at this point, you have proven that majority of the things you talk about in your church is not even things that you have researched on. Because if you are a man who has a team and yourself who is ready and willing to go into every single thing that you say on that pulpit, which you say is the platform of God, you will research every single thing, especially when a politician writes something for you to read. You have embarrassed yourself. You have embarrassed your church. You have embarrassed men of God, and you have embarrassed the gospel. We expect shallow-minded, newborn Christians who are hungry, who are desperate, who want to be noticed around the world to take this very, very myopic, ignorant decision to read a script on your platform that goes around the world on so many platforms to just misinform, lie. A piece of paper written to you by a politician who lies through his teeth. Mr. Jakes, you might not be familiar with African politics, which I know you are familiar with. You have to understand this is the same man of President Akufo-Addo you are making noise about. He's one person. He supervised an election where 9 people died. His own citizens died. He hasn't spoken about it till date. Do you think this man is somebody God will honor? This man you were standing there doing politics for. You were not doing the work of God. You were doing politics for. This is the same man who at the end of the day, as we speak, has run Ghana's economy down. As we speak, the cedi is the worst performing currency on the continent of Africa. This is a man who had a big funeral for George Floyd, who's an African American who might have never heard of Ghana before. He held a first-class funeral for George Floyd, but refused to speak on the murder of Ghanaians who went to exercise their rights to vote to make him president. This is a man who connived with his family to try and sell our electricity. On record, his own family member who was part of the criminal cartel was caught on tape negotiating, his own brothers, negotiating on our behalf. An illegal act. This is a man who at the end of the day, since he became president, has never rendered any apology to Ghanaians. This is the same gentleman who said he was coming to fight corruption. Today, go check the corruption timetable in Africa, where we are today. Mr. Max, you follow American politics. The fact that you are giving your platform, or you are about to give your platform to such a dishonorable president, a man who always pretends to people like you that everything back home is rosary and good. It's very important you realize, or you come to that realization, that every time you are given a piece of paper to read about a politician, you need to double check. Because the man you are praising on your platform or on your puppet is equal to the devil. I'm not saying this because I don't like him. I'm not saying this because he is somebody that I dislike. I am saying this because it is a fact. He's overseeing a country that is divided. He's overseeing a country where his family, they are taking advantage of the people. He's a man who does not believe in freedom of speech. Akufo-Addo is a man who behaves like a tyrant, even though he was elected democratically. TD Jakes, we can tell you a lot about the economy. We can tell you a lot about the African Americans story we're talking about. It's a lie. No land has been put there in Ghana for African Americans migrating to Ghana. It is a lie. TD Jakes, let me tell you, your credibility should not be tarnished by a man, a low-class man who cannot show his law certificate. This is a man who walks with contradiction. He's the walking dead. He's a walking liar. You're a man of God. You always speak the truth. Do not. And this is what I want to tell you. Ghanaians are watching you closely. We in America, the sensible ones, because obviously there are foolish ones amongst us, we will make sure that we let the world know who you are projecting. You are projecting a tyrant. You are projecting a man who does not believe in the gospel. You know why? Because as I speak to you today, the taxpayer in Ghana, who we collected money from, the poor people in Ghana, he has broken down buildings, structures the taxpayer used their own money to build a senseless cathedral which belongs to him. The cathedral wasn't sanctioned by we Ghanaians. Ghanaians did not come together to say we need a cathedral. The man has taken advantage of the gospel. Are you going to allow him to use you as the sheep or the dog to run his illegal empire? Your own Bible tells you that God, in his own wisdom, will never bless a man who is dishonorable and who is a sycophant, a liar. The man you read, the man you were trying to project there, is nothing good to project. If you want, I can email you the kind of things that he is doing and he has done. The deliberate atrocities he is actually, putting the Ghanaian people through. We can educate you. Maybe what you read was just dropped on your desk or on your puppet. But we can educate you. We can take our time and run you through the bad governance this guy is heading. Never make this mistake again. Never. We are going to cut you a slack today. We are going to say, let it pass because he didn't know what he was doing. But don't ever let this happen. If I were you, I will cancel that event this man is going to come at my church. Because we are not going to forgive you. We are going to be on your church. We are going to make the world know that it was T.D. Jakes who, in fact, knowing all the atrocities this guy is causing in Ghana, knowing all the depression, knowing all the freedom of speech, the killings he's overseeing in Ghana, he still gave his platform to such a murderer to speak on. So, TD, we can educate you, we can help you understand the reality in Ghana. He's a liar, he's an imposter. As he speaks, when he enters your church, ask him where his law certificate is. This is a man who was carved out of lies. He does not believe in your God. He is somebody who always pleases man. Ask we Ghanaians, and we will tell you the truth. We are ready and willing to feed you with the right information. What you read there is basically propagating a devil in God's house. And our hearts, our body, everything is the temple of God. We should not allow the devil to take over. I will write you, I will send you a very long email. Take your time and read. As you read, there's something called Google. Go on Google and research. After that, come back to Ghanaians and tell us you are sorry. What you have done has shown that you are just an actor. You don't research, you just sit there because of money. That is what I would say. Because if it wasn't because of money and publicity, you wouldn't take a piece of paper from a politician and read it as if it is the truth. Every single thing that came out of your mouth was a lie. Go on your knees by your bed and seek for forgiveness, because you have offended true men of God who know that what you were talking about is a lie. Don't be a greedy man. Humble yourself. The man you were talking about is a tyrant. I know God will touch your heart for you to listen to me. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, now let's move forward. The president has said something. Or says support e-levy for development. He didn't say it in Ghana. Who should support a year e-levy for development? E-levy, say Ekufuado Ebu Ghana for he would have stayed in Ghana and met Ghanaians one-on-one to speak on the e-levy. Because he does not respect anybody. Where is the vice president? The vice president is a liar. He is a thief. He spoke on e-levy some time back and said no Ghanaian should be taxed. Today, he is quiet because Onim said he's a liar. He's a thief. Where is Alan Cash? Alan Cash is also quiet. Why is he quiet? Because he knows that he is part of a lying government. Because the president, he is now outside talking about e-levy to us. Ghana. Is this not disrespect to you? Why is Ekufuado not coming to meet Ghanaians one-on-one, like the way John Dramani Mahama, you people keep insulting? At the end of the day, he is giving you people the wisdom to understand. It's not about the person, where he's from, how his name sounds. It's about we speaking to make sure we elect leaders who think about us. Into more Ghana no, enye enimtia, enye disrespect, enye insult. Say president will leave this country and go somewhere else and talk to us that we should accept e-levy. Are we not stupid to accept this? Because we live with you in this country. You have been with us all these years, all these months, all these days. You never spoke to Ghanaians one-on-one. You never called us a town hall, you yourself. Because what we are talking about is the president. You did not speak to us as humans. Only Ankasa Nipa. Unwe say moi, and I'll fire jet, and I'll call Germany, and I'll call Britain, I'll catch or Ghana say you e-levy. Or chamber, na yentua na safa for jet biom.